we should have seen it coming, even though I picked the Wizards because I seem to trust them a little too much. Although, they're angry and they hate the Celtics enough to fear losing at home to them, of all teams, to end their season. So they'll win Game 6. This is going 7. I'm not crazy enough at this point to pick the Wizards to win in 7. Celtics will probably win it in 7, right? I'm glad you gave the middle time moment to Avery Bradley because I'm not going to use the B word. I'm not going to use the B word because that would be disrespectful to big threes. They have a substantial trio.
Right.
With Isaiah Thomas, Al Horford, and Avery Bradley. What he does at both ends, I mean, I won't call him a star, but I call him a stud. And Al Horford at point center. And for Isaiah Thomas to be playing in the biggest game of his career, the littlest guy on the floor, coming up huge by doing little things like setting screens for Al Horford, this was all about the Celtics.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. There's a part of me, as much as I want to credit the Celtics, and they deserve all that credit, and everything you said was completely true, because I love the fact that Isaiah Thomas, oh, by the way, I think it takes a lot of maturity. A lot of people who consider themselves star players, they'll try to force themselves in that moment, and he didn't do that. He preferred to be a facilitator, and as you said,
almost.
Exactly, and do some of the little things so that his teammates would get other opportunities. But the Wizards are just frustrating sometimes. This is obviously this is a huge game, a huge moment. It's one thing if you go down close. They never even showed up.
Right.
They got blown out from the beginning, and to me, there's just no excuse for that in a pivotal game like this one.
But they were at home with that crowd, and they're a good team, deservedly so. They've earned their respect. But show me if you can do this on the road. Because this is the holding form with not just this series, but this season between these two teams. So now let's flip it, because it was like, can the Wizards actually take that next step and win on the road like the way they did last night?
Part of the growth process.
Right. Okay. Can the Celtics close this particular team out? They handle their business against Chicago. Can they close this team out on the road? A team that hates it, I think the Wizards do show up. I don't think they wizard at home. They probably do it in Game 7, and somebody says the urgency wasn't there, because that seems to be the theme with DC right now. But I feel like Game 6 is a true telltale sign of just how far the Celtics have come. But Game 5, all about them. Much respect to them.
Yes, it will be, and hopefully this won't be another disastrous, or that won't be another disastrous night for DC.